Terminal Amanjaya is the main bus terminal in Ipoh. From here, we waited and took the bus to Melaka. My online research showed that the travel would take approximately 4 hours, but that was not the case. The estimated time did not include the stops to drop off and pick up passengers. With limited time, spending our day traveling on a bus was not conducive. We arrived in Melaka almost at nighttime.
Just a few minutes' walk from our accommodation, we made our way to the Jonker Street food market. As we stepped into the street, we saw numerous shops on both sides of the street. This popular place is known for its reasonably priced street food and cheap souvenirs.
You can choose the sauce you want.
Mayo and cheese?
Mayo and cheese, okay.
Thank you.
We tried the fried quail eggs, which had similarities to a Japanese takoyaki, and the colorful shomai. Both food were very tasty. We were browsing and eating our takeaway food. Before the night ended, we realized that we were still hungry. This time, we opted for some vegetarian food, sat down, and ate our meal properly. In the center of Melaka is the Stadthuys building, believed to be the oldest surviving Dutch building in the East. Built around the 1600s, this bright terracotta red building is an example of Dutch colonial architecture. In the early days, it was the official residence of Dutch governors and officers.
This is St. Paul's Church, a historic building built in 1521. It is the oldest church building in Malaysia. In 1641, Dutch invaded Melaka and badly damaged the church. It was repaired and mainly used as a Protestant church for more than 100 years and then fell into disuse. Inside the ruins of St. Paul's is a stone interior. The walls are lined with engraved tombstones that belong to Dutch nobility.
On our last day, we took an early morning leisure stroll along the riverfront. Picturesque old houses were lined on both sides of the river, mixed with bars and restaurants. There were tourist boats regularly plying up and down the river. We also spotted murals painted on some buildings. was interesting to see shops and businesses coexist in this area. Red lanterns adorned the entryway of some of the bars, while next door there were clothes hung up for drying. This is a small food court near the riverfront. We had a nice traditional Malaysian food for lunch. Across from the food court is an abandoned building that caught my interest. Located in the middle of the city, this dilapidated building is completely opened. Some of its framework were intact, but the rest was in ruins. The walls were covered with graffiti, and there were weeds and plants growing throughout the building. No one knows what this abandoned building used to be. Despite its condition, I found it fascinating. Our short stay in Melaka was memorable. This UNESCO World Heritage Site showed us their multicultural heritage in terms of religion, culture, architecture, and food. We're at the Melaka bus station heading to Kuala Lumpur. This video was taken one summer ago when COVID was just a blip on the radar. The COVID pandemic took off just after we left Kuala Lumpur. This is breakfast before we catch the bus. Thank you for watching. Maraming salamat po. If you're new to this channel, please join us and click subscribe. See you in our next video.